Hello. Audio. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dapper D's. I'm Dippy.
I'm Dadley.
I'm Dono, and I'm in this little light thing here. In this, I don't know what this is called. This is a reflector vest jacket. I don't know. I got it for free.
And welcome back to the Dapper D's, the only show that shamelessly rips off horror movie franchises because we like them. And welcome to the first official episode. The first official episode of this year's continuing holiday tradition of Dapperween. So, this is gonna be a fun day today. As you can tell, we're decked out a little bit, and in the middle of the screen here, between me and Dadley, you can see a cover of a one-page system. I wonder what that's there for. Well, this is what we are doing today. We are playing a one-page. It's basically a one-page RPG system, but through the creator's website, which I will try to find, actually. Sorry. Let me pull this up, too. Through the creator's website, you can order the Apollo 47 Technical Handbook from the creator, Tim Hutchings. Now, you can buy it as a PDF, or you can buy it as a physical book. If you buy the physical book, it is over 1,000 pages of technical documents declassified by NASA to use as inspiration for the missions that you can run for how to play the game in a proper, like, NASA space astronaut context. We are not using that because you don't need it to play the game. I'll explain how it works after a couple of ad reads. First and foremost, Dono.
Do you like energy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I do like energy.
Do you like
Dono?
energy? Do you like not feeling like you're going to crash every few seconds while driving down the road? Well, then get yourself just a little bit of W.GG. It's a powdery, delicious energy drink supplement that gives you just the right amount of caffeine. Is coffee not quite doing it for you? Is the energy drink just giving you a bit too much jittery? Well, the W.GG, it gives you the perfect amount of caffeine for you to be able to keep you wired in and raring to go for your tabletop games, your streams, your day-to-day life, and god damn it, their flavors are delicious. They've got such things as peach mango or orange creamsicle fruit punch. Oh, hey, here's my container. I lost it for a second. And it looks like this. It's delicious. It comes with 30 servings in each container, and each container is between, I don't know the exact pricing right now. It's been a minute. Probably, I think it's like $30 per one, but you can get a discount on that. You can discount by using the code ANIPOD, that's ANIPOD, on checkout to be able to get 15% off your purchase of anything in the store, even if it's already on sale. So go check out W.GG for your energy needs. Enjoy them. Get a variety pack. Freaking sell your soul. I don't know. I'm not actually saying this is a good idea. Not disband everything I just said in the last 10 seconds.
Oh my god. Dono, I'm crashing out. All right. And Dadley, can you talk a little bit about the audio that we're going to hear today?
I can in a second. I fact-checked Dono. The tubs are $40, but with our promo code, they come down to $34. So that's actually a pretty good deal. But more than that, the starter sample pack that you get in a shaker in 3 different flavors goes all the way down to $14. It's $14 to try a W with our promo code.
So use
What?
the code ANIPOD, ANIPOD, for 15% off your next purchase. Thank you, Dubby, for giving us the energy to
Thank you
play
for your
a
help.
wonderful match. And
But while you are drinking your dubby, you might want some ambience in the background. A haunted forest, an armory in a castle, a bustling village. Tabletop Audio got you covered. They are a online software that does background noises and music, as well as sound pads that you can be a little DJ in your tabletop games, throwing in random sound effects here or there. It is completely free to use. All they ask is that if you use them on stream like we are today, you give them a shout out, which we do every time because they're great and I really recommend it. It adds a lot of life to tabletop games or just setting the mood. I use it when I'm writing. I sincerely do. They have a Patreon. You don't need it to access it, but they have longer versions of songs as well as some other features on there. Go check out Tabletop Audio.
So, with that said, the scene will be set for us today. Now, I suggested this as an episode, so I will act as the lead guide through what we're going to do today, but the long and the short of playing Apollo 47 Technical Handbook is that everyone at the table has a spotlight character. Someone that every 5 or 10 or even 15 minutes, if you're on a roll, the spotlight will rotate, or you can directly pass it off to someone else if that's what you prefer. But the basic gist of it is that all of us will get a short amount of time per rotation in the spotlight astronaut role. And when you are in the spotlight, you are in control of the scene, you are in control of what you are doing to help the mission, and you can call upon the voices on the radio, which are the other players acting as minor secondary characters that are back on the home base of wherever this mission was set off from. When you do that, when you are the spotlight character, everything that you do contributes to the story. Everything that you do becomes canon for the mission, whatever it was when you were set out. But at the beginning of the game, you're given a basic mission to follow, and you can also use a deck of prompts that is provided if you buy the Apollo 47 Technical Handbook from the website, but they are completely not necessary to run the game. And this is just going to be an improvised story. There's no combat mechanics, there's no dice, there's nothing in particular. The only mechanic is the rotation between the spotlight and the technical jargon and documents that you can call upon in the physical copy of the book. But other than that, you play it as you would any other improv game. So, to start us off today, this crew that you are about to witness tell this story is comprised of myself, Captain Connor Moses, a private contracted pilot and spaceship, space crew leader who has been given a task by the privatized company that he works for to fly a small crew to the surface of the moon, Earth's moon, and recover assets or potential survivors from the aftermath of an accident. And I am accompanied by...
I'm Kip Stout. I am a communications expert. My 2 jobs on this mission are making sure that we stay in contact with Houston back at Earth, and once when we get to the failed mission site, trying to get those logs back up and running so we can get a little more of an idea of what happened to these people.
And by...
And I'm Abe. I'm your engineer. I'm gonna make sure nothing blows up.
Well said. That is exactly the energy. So, with your hardy crew set in place, the mission, as laid out by Captain Connor, is simple. Go to the surface of the moon, recover any missing assets, recover any potential survivors, and if there are no survivors, find out how they came to be corpses and report back. Our time frame that was given to us was approximately 2 weeks. We've already spent 5 of those days traveling from Earth to the moon, and we will pick up on day 6 now that we are in lunar orbit, ready to descend upon the mission site and begin this adventure. Before we fully begin, I want to thank the creators of the game, Tim Hutchings, for making such a wonderful game for us to play. Please, you can buy the PDF. You can also download the PDF for free on DriveThruRPG if that's a platform that you use. But find a way to support Tim Hutchings, because this is a fantastic game, and I've wanted to run it for a very long time. And with that, I will go ahead and just as one more clarification, we can interact with each other in or out of the spotlight as much as we want, because we're acting as a crew together on this mission. Now, when we separate from each other, the spotlight will become more, more concrete, more apparent, but we are the crew of the mission. We will improv with each other as we see fit, because we are all together to start with. So, the voices in the radio are all back on Earth, back at home base in Houston, in Cape Canaveral, wherever they happen to be. This is a timeline that I believe is a mid to late 1970s Earth, post-space missions, post-Apollo missions, but space travel has progressed a little further than the Apollo missions did up to this point, to the point where, bases of some kind were being set up and regularly maintained on the moon. And that's a future that I would love to be living in right now, but unfortunately that's not the case.
One day.
Before we go into the game, would you boys actually live on the moon if given the chance? Because I absolutely would.
It depends on so many things.
I mean, it does, but at the same time, I'm one of those people that's like, I don't really care what it takes. If there is a chance to permanently live on the moon, I'm taking it. Because that would be so cool.
It's so small. There's not enough, yard space, and it's not really my vibe.
Fair enough.
I could live there for probably a month doing the job, but I don't think I could want to die there. I got 12 dogs at home.
I consider myself lucky enough to have a good position in my station back on terra firma, but if given the call, I would probably not hesitate to take that long journey to stay here. It's something I've thought about recently. But
I get the shakes if I go more than 2 months without a s'more, and there's no oxygen up there, so I can't really. It's not a possibility for me.
There's no oxygen up on the moon?
There's no. The fuck? You are on a spacecraft right now, sir.
Does that mean I can't light my cigarettes on the moon?
You shouldn't be lighting them in the ship either.
Then why'd they let me bring this lighter?
You definitely need to be a lot more careful with what you're doing.
Then why didn't they take this from me? And I pull out.
I think because they thought nobody would do this.
We are. I mean.
So do I just open up the window and throw it out there?
No, Abe, please. I
heard this rumor that if you throw an otter pop while it's just liquid outside into the space, it freezes instantly.
I mean, it would do that.
Wait, no, that checks out.
Because it's the vacuum of space. There's no there's no air pressure to keep it insulated from itself. It would freeze. You are correct, but
I did pack a 50-pack of otter pops if you guys want to try them out.
That would be lovely, but maybe later.
Do you know that shit's only 20 calories each? It's fantastic.
All right, well, we're getting ready to descend, which always messes with the radio signals, so I'm going to head down to the loading dock and try to get that stuff going.
All right.
All right.
I'll keep an eye on your systems. They're from the chair.
As we zoom out to a to the ship itself, I believe we can take it in equal parts to describe the ship. So, Dadley, go ahead, or Kip.
Yeah, so Kip's walking down, and it's we're floating. Obviously, I shouldn't say walking. We're floating, holding onto the arm rails and going down. And I imagine this ship, because it's a private ship, it's a little more roomier than like NASA ships. Like there's actually like
space
a little bit more of a luxury.
Yeah.
Yes. And that being said, communication was still an afterthought. It was like real, like, let's do all this cool shit. And by the way, we need to figure out communication.
Yeah.
So it's still just down in the loading dock. Here's one desk, and everything is super glued down, like the telephone and the computer and whatnot.
Yeah, like I kind of imagine like there were the bombardier, or not the bombardier, the navigator in a bomber in World War II was just next to the bomb bay doors because there was no room for the navigation table anywhere else.
Yep.
That's the communication table, and our ship.
Yes,
it's just in the loading dock with the airlock like right there.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and then his one personal object was his coffee mug. He understands that like you can't put liquid in it because it floats up.
Yeah.
But he still just sits at the desk and like pantomimes sipping his coffee as he starts getting to work. Just out of the habit. It makes him feel better. Like,
oh, I love that. Well, the captain's quarters are located like adjacent to the cockpit and the navigation like module that are kind of separated. It's a closed space. This is very early space travel, so I only imagine like a thin line of like plexiglass, like bulletproof type glass windows separated by these thick slabs of iron, and there's only like a thin line of them in front of where the eyesight is. There's not a giant glass canopy. No, this thing had to be built to like withstand space, so it's big bulky steel construction, very like heartily made, not very comfortable. And Captain Connor's personal item is a compass that he brought home from his time in the Scouts.
what do compasses do in space?
It's mainly a sentimental.
Hey,
object.
there's Earth.
yeah. I was about to a compass that he realized after going into space a couple of times doesn't work in space. It doesn't navigate to the moon's. It doesn't navigate to the moon's lunar to the lunar magnetic poles, because the magnetic poles on the moon are too weak to make a big enough magnetic field. That's actually a good question. Do compasses work on the moon?
Do magnets work on the moon? Probably.
So a compass in space will point towards Earth until the magnetic field of the moon is more powerful than the magnetic field of Earth. So you have a compass that pointed to Earth until we got close to the moon, and now it's pointing
at the moon. That's really cool. All right.
And just so you know, when you're on the moon, it's only going to point to the top. The southern hemisphere doesn't have as strong of a magnetic pole, and we don't know why.
So it will point to moon's magnetic north.
It will, yes.
Wow. Fun. All right. And Donald?
I'm the engineer.
My apologies.
My thing that I brought from home was the ladder, but apparently I'm not allowed to fucking use this thing. So, I don't know. We'll just go in my inside pocket. Oh, and the otter pops. That was a nice thing. I also got to bring up my own specially made space suit. I just got to put a little clear glass on this thing. But it's quite comfortable, not like them other fucking suits. Goddamn. I just felt like I got cleared. It's nice. It's a little tight on the wrist, but I think I'll live. I'm here to install whatever the hell the other group didn't, because they're fucking dumb and died. So I got actually fun.
Why did the two of us not from the South make Southern accents?
And I mean, we're all kind of because it's space, like it's Texas
By
and
the
it's
way-
Florida, and it's space. It's Texas, it's Florida, it's Huntsville, Alabama for the Rocket Center. Like, yeah, it would be
By the
southern.
way-
Weirdly,
By the way, Captain, I am union, so I am getting like full pay in this whole thing. And if anything happens, no.
well, I'm glad to hear that. The engineering.
I'm getting paid regardless.
I'm just throwing it out there that Buzz Aldrin's from New Jersey.
Hey, I'm walking on the moon here.
I'm walking on the moon here.
Don't ruin my accent.
So off track, so fast. All right.
Well, you said it's
It's
space
not even
and
a-
southern, and I'm like, where the fuck were they from?
So
It's the most southern you can get.
there you
It's space.
I do weirdly imagine all of space has a southern accent.
I do too.
All right.
Is space southern or northern? Fucking, I don't. It's up.
So
That's what it is.
It's up.
Kip. So
That's the
I'm an
quote of the
upper.
day.
all right. So Kip has gone to
Look,
their-
I got a space cat.
a space cat.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
It's making a weird muttering noise. It might explode, but it's nice for right now.
Abe doesn't understand how cats work. What?
I got 12 dogs. Why do I got to understand what a cat nut means?
Oh my god. All right. So, are we ready?
I also
Yes.
have a master's in engineering. Don't ask me how I got it.
Masters. Don't ask me how. That's like the engineer from TF2, honestly.
I
He
couldn't
has,
tell
like,
you where.
The engineer from TF2 has like 12 master's degrees that he got like simultaneously. He doesn't know how or where they all came from, but he has them.
I got it from Phoenix University online.
That's great. All right, so
Honestly, I skipped the first 2 years because I just had so much fucking experience down there, just not making derbies and shit like that.
well,
You know, the fucking shit that we hit all the time.
well, your adept engineering skills will definitely come in handy when we are salvaging.
Oh yeah, I can jimmy rig anything you need.
This mission will be less so about setting up in place of a failure, more so cleaning up after it. If that so,
Oh fuck.
you know, I mean,
God damn it, that's the worst trip. That's the worst kind of fucking jobs.
well,
Wait, have you guys been to space before? This is my first trip.
oh, I have a couple of years experience. After my tenure with NASA, I decided to privatize, and I put together this hunk of junk we're on now. She's taken me this far, and I've done. A
You
couple
built this
missions.
shit?
Well, my
You
team.
forgot the
and I,
gravity settings.
my team and I.
Well,
did.
tell them that they need to put the gravity boot. They forgot to pack the gravity boots, or put gravity sensors in the ground or in the floor.
The artificial gravity up here would involve spinning the ship rather violently to force you onto the floor, and I would rather.
You never
not
heard
get
of
seasick.
technomagnetics or electromagnetics?
I had not considered that. I'll make a note. But there's
Please
nothing we
do,
can
because my
about it
piss
now.
is going
Yeah.
fucking everywhere. I have to put it in a fucking tube. All right,
You should have been doing that anyway. And he
I've
just
been
smiles.
doing that. It's unpleasant.
Mm. So,
It's not my kink.
oh no.
Talking about a kink in the hose, though.
Yeah, I had one of those a while back. Mrs. got me cranberry juice and fuck cleared me
Maybe I
right
shouldn't
up.
have specified that we can interact with each other as much as we want. Guys. All right, so.
And we're dead.
No.
We just crash landed. Who
What
would've
is
thought?
that submarine that went to go look for the Titanic? Oh, implosion.
Oh my god, I'm so
Fucking
glad you bring that
Titan
up because that's what
submarine.
I imagine Dippy's using to control the plane this whole time.
Fucking Xbox controller. Like a cheap ass Logitech Xbox controller.
Yes.
You know,
All right.
PlayStation, they make a better grade of material, and you know, water doesn't get in it as easily. especially if you upgrade to the clear case
All right.
and the.
So, trying to wrestle to the beginning of the beginning.
You ever steer a ship with a? No, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay. One,
As the
two,
person,
three. I'm clear.
yeah. As the person who suggested this, I will go ahead for the beginning of the mission. The spotlight will start on myself, Captain Connor Moses. The two of you will, from this point, act as either people on the ground that I call upon, or if
Yes.
I call upon you in character during this spotlight time, then we can interact. But that'll be how it is for each spotlight character. You can call upon your other players in game, or you can call upon another character on the home base and on Earth, and one of the other two will come up with that character on the spot. So Connor will take the control yoke of the ship, and he will redon his headset, his individual comms headset, and take a deep breath, and he'll. All right. Ground control, this is Captain Connor Moses, ready to begin descent to the lunar surface. Gonna need some guidance here for where we are making our egress, over.
James Bell to Captain Connor. The landing point should be in the northern quadrant, 12 clicks up from original crash site. You're going to want to move around 36 degrees to the south, though, to get the right angle for when orbit hits.
Roger that, Commander Bell. Navigating 36 degrees. And turning the ship gently over, getting ready to little propulsion jets to navigate, pushing forward along, continuing to orbit, but pushing forward into the path of where we're about to land. Can I get a countdown on that? Can I get a countdown on burn time for landing on the planet, landing on the lunar surface, over?
You have around T minus 6 seconds before hitting orbit.
Oh.
After that will be another 40. After that will be another 45 seconds of orbit before land.
All right.
With that said, it looks like your current gear control might be locked. Can you try to adjust just within 2 degrees to make sure everything's all set?
No problem. No problem. And burn time, holding burn for 6 seconds. So, in proper orbit. Gear control, gear control. Look over. Looking for red flashing lights. like anything out of the ordinary.
If you're having trouble finding it, it should be a yellow flashing light.
My mistake. And then just on the central console. All right. And he will go ahead and run through. Can I get one moment, control? And
Yes.
Is Abe a flight engineer or a ground engineer?
I'm whatever you need me, baby. Just like every single one, I got a dog for every master that I got in engineering.
Abe?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you could take a look at the electricals for the gear control, please? While we're getting ready for a descent here, I have an error. Ground control is relaying an error.
You hear a pop out of his back. Oh, okay. Well,
Abe is like 70 years old.
I'm 50.
All right.
If I was 70, I'd be retired.
That is true. My apologies.
And according to the American government, I got another 20 in me.
All right. Can you give me a quick diagnostic? We have about 45 seconds here.
Yeah, let me just look at my graphs, and I just pull out like a little booklet. Fucking pull out like.
I love it.
Ground control to captain. Missed deployment window. Another
Fuck,
orbit going around would be 3 minutes.
What am I
Okay,
looking for
3
again? What the fuck was it called? Gear shift?
Gear control electrics, and we have
Gear-
another 3.
Oh fuck, that's why I was in the transmission. Okay, gear control.
We have another 3 minutes. We have another 3 minutes to get this fixed before our orbit.
You gonna
will,
lick his fingers? Touch. Ain't got no electricity. Give me 1 second. Let me go check your battery.
Hey, y'all,
All right,
is
roger
communication going all right?
Absolutely, Kip.
Yeah, thank you.
Bang up job.
I'm good at my job. Click.
Right. Ah, fuck. Here we go. All right. You just hear me slam some shit into the fucking wall a little bit more.
The fucking whole
Fucking
room.
zero gravity. I ain't got no push. The fucking boot up happened. They're all right. Battery needed just getting kicked in an extra inch.
A few like 17 more lights on the console come on when that happens, and it's just like, whoa, okay, I definitely needed to check that before we started.
How the
Ground
fuck
control to
did we
captain.
get out
We just
here?
got an SOS signal. Oh no, yeah,
No,
ground
no.
control to captain. We just got an SOS signal.
No. We just restarted one of the. We just restarted one of the electrical generators. One moment while we're amending, and
Yes.
he'll flip off SOS, turn off air conditioning. He'll turn air conditioning back on. He will.
Thank you. My bunions are fucking killing me. You got them?
Well, no, that's,
did you
it's
guys?
a spacecraft. That's like purifying the air.
Did you guys get one of them crotch nut coolers too? Oh. That's in the
I just put a little menthol right underneath the taint, and it does the job just fine.
fucking really?
You will-
God damn, 50 years and I never thought about that.
Is our gear control issue fixed? Control. Over.
All set on our end. Do you have anything flashing that needs to be advised?
Looks like all systems are go in. Looks like all systems are go on mothership.
All right. You have 20 seconds before you should start the dispatch towards the northern hemisphere of landing site.
Roger that. Over. Okay, Connor. Okay. Time to be
Hey,
brave.
if I fart, can everybody smell it?
Dono, please.
Put the
Would-
AC on, right? The
Would
purification.
we? Yeah, we would. It's an atmosphere.
We would, yeah,
It's
there's-
atmospherically pressured. Yes, we would. Okay. Time to be brave. And he will. And burners in 3, 2, 1. Controlled burn will slow the aircraft out of orbit and into a descending pattern above the planet's surface. He'll look over the control
On the
panel.
side.
There's a light and no noise, but he looks at the panel, and looking at it closer, it's just a temperature light. Disregards it for now. Continuing burn. Continuing descent.
Ground control to captain. We're getting a little bit of overheating warning. You keep an eye on it.
Yes, I am. It's within safe parameters. I'll have my engineer check
Sounds
it.
good.
Yeah.
You want me to hawk 2 on that thing?
Uh, Abe, do you think you could check on a? Do you think you could check on temperature control for engine 3? Have a light on my dash.
Yeah, I can do that. All right, let me just hook myself back in.
I'll go ahead and relinquish the spotlight to Abe as he fixes the temperature control and checks the engines.
I'm gonna like just start cranking open some shit just because I gotta make it to the bottom of the engine where it's probably gonna be a little bit hotter, and I put on a big old safety, like almost fireman suit type get up, but it's like completely covering me and just what it does is have a scientifically it has a cooling gel within inside of it, so temperatures outside of me can get up to like 300 degrees, but inside it's a cool 80, which is still a little bit more than what Dave would like because he likes a good 70 in the Midwest.
There you
So I'll still sweat, but it's fine. Balls are hot. Fuck. Zip, zip. Right. Well, at least when there's zero gravity, I can't hear my bones pop. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, okay. Good arm. 20 more years. You got this, motherfucker. Okay. Feels like the outside of the door. Wait. Pops off the hand. Fuck. Watch out. Put the glove back on. Shit. All right. Looks around, seeing like any kind of tubes are disconnected or anything like that. Maybe think something that was shaken during like exit from orbit. From Earth or whatever big rock we just came out of.
There is still a controlled burn from the engines happening as you are checking this, so be very, very careful.
I know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, I can't get burned from any of this. Touches it and he's like starts to feel a little bit of a pull there. All right, there we go. Okay, and then he like looks up. Fuck. Doesn't have anything to mark it with. Checks his pockets. Fucking goes all the way down to his pencil, down at his foot. Sees it. All right. Kind of like begins to move the acrylic or whatever the fuck is the I guess lead in the pencil into his fingers to make like a marking, and just marks the clear pipe of where the coolant or like air flow is, and then lets go, goes over to and floats over to the toolbox, cracks it open, comes over, grabs what is a what is it? Flex seal. Flies back over. Fuck! He's got the fucking thing over top of him. He's like, great, I got it. Pulls out like a little tiny knife and just feels it, puts it up to his ear. Captain, how is that? Seeing a decrease in temperature up there.
He checks the dash again and he sees the light has gone from flashing to steady. It would appear that it has been resolved.
I'm gonna work down here for a second, get some of your pipe. Some of it seems to have gotten a bit loose, but I'm gonna get it all snatched up nice and tight for you, and then come back up to the fuck is that thing called? What's it called? No, it's not captain's quarters. It's the cockpit. I'll come back up to the cockpit here in a second.
Roger that. Continued descent. Control. T minus on landing.
Impact in 15 seconds.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'll come back up and start running. Actually, he's gonna be like, because it's like 15 seconds ago. All right, I'll strap myself fucking in, and he takes like one of the belts and stuff like that might be off to the side and just locks himself into the side.
Impact. Are we coming in a little too fast?
No, touchdown would have been a better word. I apologize for that.
Apology accepted.
Somebody didn't graduate from Phoenix University.
As he'll increase engine output very slightly to lessen the impact of the touchdown. Wait, I need a countdown here, man. I need
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4.
as the gentle of the straight gears.
Congratulations, Captain. You've made it to the moon.
Thank you. That's another control guy, I'm assuming. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Kip to radio, just letting everyone know we have around 5 minutes before we have external communication again. Has to be reestablished now that we're in on planet.
What?
Right. Gotcha. He said...
I'm fucking
Hold on. And he, like... he'll suit up. So his suit... The suit... he has a plain tan be-patched suit of previous missions, but basically an undersuit on craft. But his space suit, his external suit, is this, like, it's kind of like a NASA holdover, but he took like some like outdoor paint to it, and he painted a couple of like blue stripes all the way around like the middle of his like, not where the knees are, but the middle of the top of his legs, like the middle of his thighs. He has a blue stripe around, and a blue stripe around each bicep, and a blue stripe around where, like, basically the belt line, in the middle of, and his helmet that attaches to the outside of the suit is a blue, with a insignia on it of the privatized company that he has been working for, that he clips on radio, torch, toolbox, kind of like, it's kind of like a long thin toolbox. He smacks it against his leg, it velcros on.
Love that.
Along the pauldrons, a couple of extra like straps, and steps backwards onto the oxygen and like electrics backpack. Hooks into place, and comes back off the wall. There is room in the cabin for the other two of you to do this with your respective suits as well. And hopefully he'll see Abe approaching, because that's where he said he was going to go.
Oh, I'm attaching everything. Come back.
Yeah. And Kip is still down. He's reestablishing the communication currently.
After he puts on his external suit, he will go down to communication.
Oh, hey, Cap.
Hey, Kip. Just once you're done reestablishing external communication, gonna need you to either stay on board, keep that communication established, or if you want to egress and help us with the search, then you can do that as well, whichever you prefer.
Sounds like a strong 10-4. I'm just getting this set up right now. It should only take me a minute. They said 5 minutes, but they've never seen me work, as he's just like frantically going on the computer and one hand is typing and one hand
Kip.
is yeah. Like, yeah, Kip is typing with one hand and like full on like TV bunny ears antenna in the other hand, and it is like just kind of getting moved around a little bit until like finally something pops up on the screen and it's a little data message that just says connected, and Kip is going to hit the call button for home base and not know who he's calling. He's just making sure it's connected, of like flight 2487 calling home base, home base.
We've got you loud and clear, flight 2487. Status indicates nominal and structured.
Perfect. I was checking communications. We should be all good to be heading out, and you will be switched to the comms in our headsets.
Roger that. Flight 2487. Call signs will be established upon your direct message to ground control. Over. And she
Kip
just
is gonna look. Yeah.
Hangs up.
Kip is going to look around to see if anyone is in earshot as he walks up.
Connor is standing by the airlock waiting for you to put on your external suit so that you don't die from the airlock. Yeah.
Kip is going to walk up to his suit and put the helmet on first, which is so not how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And turn on the headset and go, Kip, calling ground control. Can you walk me through the processes of putting this suit on?
One moment, Kip. And just after a moment of radio silence, another voice. Chief suit designer here. What seems to be the problem?
I did training, and they had me in the pool, which is kind of the same suit, but this looks very different. And I was hoping somebody could tell me, like, what I should be putting.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna see that there's a back zipper, and so you're gonna unzip that.
Okay.
Now you're gonna step into it just like you would step into a car. 1 foot, one leg in each leg. You know.
I don't have to strip down to my skitties. I could just go in with the clothes I have.
The EVA suit is designed for external spacewalks, space travel. It anything can go on underneath it. In fact, we recommend you don't strip to skivvies. It gives you a better chance if something were to fail.
Okay, I'm stepping in now. I got my left foot and now my right foot. It's like the hokey pokey. All right, never mind. What's the next step?
All right, you're gonna have you're gonna see a harness. So you're gonna put one part of each harness on your shoulder, and then you're gonna slip each arm into each arm on the suit. Pretty simple.
It is the hokey pokey. I put my right arm in and my left arm. All right. No, never mind. Sorry. This is serious business.
We appreciate your enthusiasm, Kip. All right. Once you have both of your arms in, you'll tap your thumb and your index finger together to re-zip the suit.
I am inevitable.
And
that's going to be a great movie reference in 40 years.
And it automatically zips up when you touch your two fingers together. Yep. That function only goes one way. You don't have to worry about not touching those fingers together. It won't unzip as long as you're in it.
Oh, that's good. Wait, I'm stuck in here now?
Well,
ignore that. I'm just pulling your leg.
All right. And then you're going to put your helmet on. Well, you already have that on. You're in contact.
Yeah.
fasten it.
Oh, I guess you should call me my call sign now. My call sign is pick.
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 Like a guitar pick. Am I understanding that? And like the suit designer like gets the radio yanked from him, and it's like, this is ground control. You want us? This is ground control. You want your call sign to be pick?
Yeah, it's the one I picked.
All right, Kip Stout call sign pick assigned.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like an anagram. I'm Kip Pick.
That actually makes that call sign 10 times harder because it is so similar to your real name. But we're gonna ignore that here. And he gives it back to the suit designer. All right. Once you fasten on your helmet and attach your exterior accessories, you should be good to go, Kip. Have a safe space
All
walk.
right.
Over and out.
All right. It goes on. And then Abe's already in spacesuit, right? Like you're good to go.
I'm in like fire suit, but I'm like in a sealed chamber down below.
Oh, all right.
So you guys could open airlock, close it, and I'd be able to come back up.
Abe,
and
are you
like
coming,
leave.
or do you want us waiting for you, or are you?
So welcome back.
It's not like we're doing anything important.
Yeah, no, we weren't doing anything important. Actually, I'm gonna mute stream audio again for just like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Awesome.
like I said, mine's in the chair behind me.
Right. All right. Sounds good.
Wendy's
So-
on the ground right here.
Stream, welcome back. Sorry about no audio. Sorry about the abrupt break. I had an internet break. So, we'll get back into it. So,
Last
Connor-
we left off.
last time, Connor and Kip are going to exit out the airlock. Abe is going to stay behind for now. So, the spotlight, I had it on Kip. If you want to continue
back
to
to
hold
Connor.
it. All right. So,
Is my
I mean,
turn?
really,
Oh.
the spotlight's on the two of us, I guess, at the moment. But
kinda.
Connor,
The way the game works, we can mess around with this for a minute, sure. As after you.
yeah, and he's very nervously starts stepping out.
Well, there's going to be a lock, so there's going to be an in-between room for now.
Oh, I thought you just opened it. Oh, okay. Oh, right, yes. He goes and he stands by the next door, waiting for you to close the one behind you.
Okay. You ever operated in an airlock before, Kip?
Just in training, sir.
Well, then why don't you do the honors?
Yes, sir. Right, he starts cranking it a lot slower than you did.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
It's,
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Have your yeah.
Pressurize or depressurize.
Right.
Why don't I do this?
And
I'll
I
go
walk
over to
Yeah, no, you.
I'll go over to the control panel. Depressurizing. As all of the motherfucker. As all no, definitely not. As all
Why not?
So, as all of the pressure escapes the room, the spacesuits kind of like pressurize and like fill up a little bit. So the suit itself is kind of hovering off your body by a little bit now that it's pressurized. So now we are pressurized and the room is not.
Got it. Now I will do the door, sir.
Yes, Kip, go for it.
Oh, fucking. All right, we got there. Okay. And he's going to start cranking the door. Okay. All right.
It should
All right.
just let go after about a minute, after a couple of cranks.
Yeah, no, I think I got it there. And he's going to slowly push it open. They said we're about 25 clicks from the site. So we got a little bit of a walk.
We navigated to within 225. 2 to
225?
5 clicks. Like 2 or 5, not 25.
Oh, okay. So, oh, my bad.
Were you planning on running a 5K today, Kip?
No, I thought we got the rover.
You are precisely right. I am so sorry. Let us please get that ready now. This I have been waiting for. And he will, like, step, like, off the top step and just, like, float down onto the lunar surface.
Oh, hey, what's your call sign, Cap?
Oh, well, let's see. Normally I operate under call sign Frostbite, but if you want me to switch it up for this mission, I could.
That's your call. I like Frostbite.
Here, hold on. Ground control, Captain Connor Moses checking in.
This is ground control, Captain Connor. What's your current position? Or how's it going up there?
Everything is going smoothly so far up here, ground control. Registering call sign Frostbite for Captain Connor Moses.
Nothing really changes with you, does it? No, it doesn't, Captain.
What did you say? I didn't hear what you
There's
said.
nothing really changes with you, does it, Captain? It's a good sign,
No,
I
sir.
think.
No, sir. I think this is gonna be just another routine mission. Wink.
Frostbite registered for today's mission, or for this mission. Over.
Over and out. Now, a soft rubbing of the gloves. Where's that rover?
It should be.
I'll go ahead and pass the spotlight to Kip.
Oh, all right. So Kip is gonna lead the way over. It is underneath, or actually, no, it would be because I said the loading dock was where communications was. The loading dock underneath that, suspended, like kind of latched to it, is a metal dome that holds the rover. It is non-airlocked. Sure.
No, I like it.
It is.
All right.
Yeah, non-airlocked. It just takes a simple kind of ratchet system to lower it down to the ground. As Kip goes, yeah, it's just a 2-person job if you don't mind. The button to your left lowers the dome, and then the one on top of that will start lowering the rover, but we need to do it at the same time so everything goes down evenly.
Right. Gotcha.
So on the count of 3.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Dome comes down with the rover. It has rims. No. Spinning rims.
Just ribs.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
rims, not spinning.
Comes back down to ground control. Who approved the fucking chrome lining on this rover? Spinning rims? What the fuck? Who is this? P. Diddy?
That would be. Whoa. Whoa.
Sorry.
Time out.
No, there is no P. Diddy in space. He's not allowed to come here.
That man's not allowed to come anywhere.
We are not, and I am paraphrasing here, freaking off in space.
For legal reasons, we must clarify.
We are not freaking off in space. All right, back to the game.
The rover is going to be your standard rover that you're going to see on every other module besides one modification. And it is a little bit of my hometown modification of we just put a winch on it. And some might say that's not professional enough. That's not high tech enough. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We would love to be able to recover the other rover from the mission. That has its own communication log that would be amazing to deconstruct. That being said, not sure if we can get the whole thing up there. We might have to take it piece by piece. All else fails, we'll just rip the communication from it here on site. It just takes me a hot minute.
And surely the black box would be sufficient, but I mean, recovery is our main goal here. So I mean, that's why we took out this lovely ship. And the exterior, excuse me,
is a giant dick.
No, it's not. It's okay. So there's
It's a
kind of
flaccid
like
penis.
so it's kind of like a trapezoidal. So like it kind of goes like it's a bulky. I'm trying to think of a ship equivalent to it. It's kind of like just this big shuttle type. It's like a space shuttle, but without the long like wings and such. It just has two kind of like small arms with the like the little nitrogen propulsion, as well as a spot for a liquid fueled engine. Sorry about that. Again, I have no idea why this continues to happen, but we're gonna continue as if it is not happening. So
we're gonna try again.
Average stream bit rate.
Why did I
See,
hear
why
myself
is
that
that?
time?
I don't know.
Okay, I can see us live now.
All right. So, the exterior of the ship.
Yes.
Just a large, bulky, kind of like a cargo hauler, with a large loading door. Again, it's funny that communications is in the loading dock. The primary loading dock is not pressurized to the rest of the ship because it has a door that opens and closes to the space, like just to the outer space without pressurization involved. There is a secondary dock. There's like it's like a little office kind of hovering above the loading dock, kind of enclosed and pressurized with the rest of the ship. Is how I imagined it. There, you know how like in warehouses the guy will have the office like hovering above everything, and they'll have the big window that like encapsulates the office, and he can look around and see everything happening below him. That's kind of what I imagine your communications office looks like, but tacked on and very like last minute. Like
yes,
still up to code, but not
absolutely.
Yeah. So we still have another. Luckily, we still have another 40 minutes of no pre-rolls.
Yeah.
So we can just continue as if nothing happened, even though something did happen, and I'm sorry. So.
It happens, bro.
It happens.
Shit happens all the time.
We re-enter into the main cargo loading bay being opened, and on the inside has been left mostly empty for recovery purposes. And you can, as your rope, god damn it, there it goes. It wants an ad.
Did I hit snooze on it? God damn. Do I hit snooze? If I snooze it, what happens?
It only snoozes it for 5 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm dumb. All right, well, what do we want to do, boys?
Let's play through it.
Yeah, play through it.
Let's
go.
play through it. Stream will have 3
Alright.
minutes. Stream will have 3 minutes that they don't get to see, so you have to go to the YouTube and watch the VOD. Sorry,
one way to do it.
that's just how
All right.
Twitch is deciding to work right now, and my internet is deciding to work right now, apparently. Nothing we can do about it. So in about 2 minutes, there's going to be 3 minutes that, unless you're paying for the channel, go subscribe.
Yeah.
You won't get to see it. So, where were we? Main cargo bay is opening up,
Yes.
and Rover is ready to go, I assume.
Yeah, Rover's all set. Yeah, Kip is in there. He just finished like plugging in just a handful of wires. He got it all pre-assembled as much as he could. Again, he's gonna just pick up the very, like, for high tech everything is, the very old school phone, and just be like, pick down to ground control, just checking establishment. All right, Captain.
Oh, sorry. Say again. Sorry, I was taking a piss in the.
The entire ground control was taking a piss.
You guys hadn't said anything for a minute.
I'm just reestablishing that we got communication in the Rover.
Yes, there's a communication. Thank you. Over.
Enjoy your piss. Click.
I finished it already.
Oh my god.
All right, we're all set to go, Cap.
Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and wait on whether or not Abe is going to follow us initially. Because
good
otherwise we can start rovering down there, and he can set up recovery. I don't know. Let's ask him. So I will pull the rover up to the airlock, the exterior of the airlock that we exited from, and I will pass. We will pass, hopefully.
Yes.
The spotlight over to Abe.
Okay, Abe is gonna come up from the engine room, see that you guys have left, and be like, "Sweet, all right, let's get my shit together." Go over into like his storage area, unzip his bag, pull out the liquefied otter pops that he has, or frozen pops that he has. Take them out, strap them into his little side pouch on his body. He's like, all right, time to go get my nice little bike. And he's gonna pull out from like the side a little union grade moon bike that he unfolds, pulls out a little pump, and pumps up these fat moon tires because it can't come up inflated.
Well, no.
And he's like, all right, perfect. And then takes his bag of otter pops, puts it on there, and like unzips it so it can like create, like, get that suction from the thing, or so it gets the coldness. It's not like whatever. Straps it to the side with the Velcro. Fix it. Titanium. Fuck yeah. All right. And then he's gonna get in. He's gonna get out of his fire suit, which is gonna take him a couple minutes and shit, and then get into his space suit, which is like just neon fucking green, or like the reflective green,
The highlighter green.
look, where you can be able to find him wherever he goes and shit. And it's got like whatever, I don't know what is. Are we with NASA, or are we with like a different privateer?
This is a private operation.
Okay,
Captain
so
Connor
he has
hired you specifically because of your engineering, because of your like knowing this was a recovery mission that you could like disassemble, and also if we needed to reassemble whatever we needed for recovery.
So it's got the SUE or Space Union Engineers
There you go.
written on the back, and it's not just like, it's got Saturn's ring around it.
Oh, fun.
So with like just a little moon now out to the side that is actually just the TM.
I love that. All right.
On his back, zips it up, velcros it down. It's like lightweight. Yeah, I love me. Now puts on his gloves, everything straps together, zips it in, now seals it up nice and tight. Then he like pulls out. It's the fanciest thing that he owns is this little freaking computer that straps onto his side of his wrist. And what it does is that it connects to his suit so he can run diagnostics to make sure everything's net clear and lets him know that I'm 100% like no air seepage, and then keeps monitor of your guys' suits as well to make sure in case there is any emergencies and such. And he will see that instantly off the bat that Pick has not activated his signal for communicate. He's like, fucking communicators. God damn it. All right. Well, at least the captain's at 100%, and I'm sure if you fucking they haven't called me yet, he ain't dead. So, well, I'm gonna take a swig, puts the cap on, connects his hose, fills up with air, waits a couple minutes. All right, airlock, and then just with one hand turns it so it opens up. He's got that 50-year-old man strength.
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right, ground control.
Yes, this is ground control.
Atlas Ape is stepping outside. Gonna take the bike for a bit of a ride and look around at the different things that might need to get fixed up. Looks like I got a bit of a lift.
Call sign Honest Abe registered.
Oh fuck! Whatever.
And Roger on initial search and recovery operations. Over. As the airlock.
I'll be checking in. I'll be checking in every 30 minutes.
Roger that. As the airlock opens, all three converge once again.
And it's not a turn to accelerate; it's a button. Because if he were to turn, it would create like a movement in a different direction, making it so he couldn't stay still.
No, yeah.
So it's a button. Just
wonder what's taking him so. Oh my god! As this
fucking comes up, 360 flips.
Well, check that fucking thing out.
That is actually incredibly impressive. Kira slides on the moon.
Give me your arm.
Oh, give me your arm.
Yeah.
Fucking seizure thing. Just turns a little switch. Forgot to turn on your communicator so I could not monitor your vitals.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I gotta make sure your suit's all clear.
All right.
Well,
now
Cap's gonna give me a ride out to the crash site, and I think then we go our separate ways.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be on my way to looking at some of the different things that they have me on the checklist, and maybe finishing up a few projects that they've had up here.
Remind me again.
But I'll be checking in every 30.
Remind me again. Your primary list here is going to be exterior generators, like just like the more involved parts of the operation of the base itself, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I have. I got oxygen tanks as well, which I might need a second person on. Just checking the hoses and shit.
Well, if you do, we'll be in contact.
More merrier. But
I was myself and Kip. We're gonna primarily be focusing on organic retrieval, samples, data, computers, documents, lab data, and transponders, black boxes, all that kind of thing. So
all the fun stuff.
Fantastic. I'm making it so eventually this thing works again. So
right.
It might be a disaster, but it's something that at least has a foundation. and seeing what we can salvage to keep it going.
You
There
go
you go.
right on ahead. We'll be right behind you. If you need either one of us to help you with oxygen generators or tanks disassembly, whatever, we'll be in contact.
All right.
Godspeed, friend. And we'll kind of rover around, just like it's like golf cart speed, pretty much.
Yes.
And it's just little golf cart rolling through the moon sand, the lunar sand. So after some travel time,
Quick travel. Yeah.
Abe, you would probably get to the station first on that fucking bike. So spotlight's all you, bud.
All right, I'm gonna check first electrical. Now see if I can get either. I'm not 100% sure if like it'll even turn on, or if it does, then I will make note of it, and maybe that gives you guys some light to be able to find some of your biomechanics. But I'll take kind of like one of my little like my wrist thing and just plug it in, run diagnostics and stuff if I can get any kind of that energy and such. And so I'll look around. And I see like just a little blinking light. Now there, all right, so there's something here. And then I'll pop open the panel, just let it sit there in that space for a second, and I'll just be like, stay. And look at all the different wires, see where I'm at. I'm not gonna see any kind of electricity, so what I have is these little pins that just be able to test for electrical currency and such. Find the one that does, and then look at like the side panel that's off to the way, which has everything got numbered off, because like and they fucking got to make it easier on the X guy if he's any decent, and see that it is lighting. And so what I'm gonna do is after checking, seeing that, I'm gonna run to see, and I'm gonna look at my book, see if the lighting's like at the right percentage, which will let me know if any lights are out and may cause like a problem and such, and what I should be kind of powering it to if I were to turn on lights, because that'll make it easier on you guys and give you something to be able to work around with. And I'll look at it and it's like, okay, so it's about 60%. So, and I'll ready to run.
Faults detected in 3 sectors on base.
Pick. Copy. Captain Connors. Connors, what is your name? What is your call sign again?
Pick.
You really...
No.
I am having a hard time understanding through.
Yeah, I can barely understand.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Captain Connors, what is your call sign again? I'm sorry.
Call sign Frostbite, Abe.
Fantastic. All right, Frostbite, pick. You've got about 60% power throughout there, so I can illuminate a little bit of the whole structure to be able to help you out. Would you like me to go through with that, Cap?
I think that would be mighty helpful. Thank you.
All right, I'll do my best here. I'm going to start out slowly. I just begin to crank through and activate the electricity to allow lighting.
As the rover drives around and parks in front of what would be the entrance to the base.
And you'll eventually see as it begins to illuminate. Nothing sound-wise, but because it's space, but and whatever I can give you, I'll give you, so you can be able to actually see like what's in the front entrance and such like that. Whatever emergency lights will be on, etc., letting you know where to go and what's safe. And then I'll just continue my diagnostics and see where I can where I should start first on it, and I'll turn it over to you guys.
All right. So the front entrance kind of like illuminates. And looking over just at the actual exterior of the base itself, there's a pretty glaring issue. There is a lunar rock that has penetrated into the exterior of that like ambulant tunnel, which is connected to...
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem area. But we'll get there when we get there. Let's just navigate the base first.
Well, actually, okay, over table, this game feels like you have to be split up, and I've been
Yeah.
trying to do that this whole time.
Yeah, we will be.
So pick or Kip, whatever you want
Kip.
to call him at this point. Kip is gonna look around and see the rover tracks from the original rover going in the opposite direction.
There you go.
While you're doing that, do you mind if I take the rover and follow these tracks for a little bit? See if we can recover the other one?
We'll be in contact.
All right.
All right. So of the two of us,
I feel like you should have the spotlight.
All right. He'll like pat. Got the fucking map of the base. Son of a bitch. And sees Kip driving off with the rover. Well. All right. Frostbite to ground control. Come in, ground control. Frostbite to ground control. Come in, ground control.
No, it looked like you had.
I'm sorry, I forgot my that mic being. I forgot the little switch here. My bad.
Yes.
I did not want to take
over. Can I get in contact with the I forgot my diagram I forgot my diagram of the base. Somebody have that I can talk to for a little bit here.
Well, according to this instruction manual, once you enter into the front door, there should be a wall diagram on there to help you get reference at start. Now, later on, you can get into what is the entry cage, and they should have maps of the area for you in pamphlet form.
Sure, thanks. Over and out.
No problemo.
And as he steps onto the metal of the base, then he gets like that electromagnetic pull on his boots that Abe mentioned on the ship. It's like, oh, that's how that works. And he'll walk regularly for the rest of the time standing on base. He'll go into the front door. He'll try the lever on the front door. Then like punch it a little and it'll better. Look around. Porch. Map. Here we are. Map of the area. Entrance. The base itself is kind of like a bunch of different biodomes. So the entrance is its own dome, and then there are ambulatory tunnels in between biodomes. And the one that enters into has a tunnel leading up to another one. That tunnel has a tunnel to the left and another tunnel up. To the left, it branches up and left again. Generalized map, it's just a grid of biodomes of different sizes with different ambulatory tunnels in between, and he recognizes the moon rock has pierced the second ambulatory tunnel from the left on the diagram, which cuts off a biodome that is basically acts as the corner of a grid of a square grid.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't know anything up because it was blocked from view, but he takes a mental image. I'm gonna go up twice, down twice, retrace, left twice, check the ambulatory tunnel, up again, right it then right to connect again. Okay. Fair enough. Turn. And the glass for the ambulatory tunnels and the biodomes exposes the space to the outside. He just kind of looks up. Pretty sight. Never gets old. And he will begin to navigate the base, and he'll throw it over to Kip.
So Kip, driving in the rover, is doing his best to follow these tracks, and the more and more he's doing it, he is seeing that they are turning in weird ways. It's not like, here is the direct path to the ship, and here is the direct path to this testing site, and it's kind of going to the left, going to the right, and over the comms in the rover, he's going to call down, mission control, do we have last mission for rover excavation in the dome?
Oh, you got it. Go. I forget where you are in stream, but to me, you're below me.
Rover. Last mission log for rover extradition has the about 3 hours before loss of signal, and 3 hours before loss of signal, we have the rover going out to experimental site A and returning. There is no log after a return. Why do you ask?
We have no log of return because it's not at base.
We don't have anything in the log after its return to base.
Okay. All right,
But
so there's at least one
you're saying
unlogged. Yeah.
So the rover was taken out without being logged.
Yes.
Understood.
All right, I'll get my hands on the black box in there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem at all. We can try to get a satellite image of. We can try to get a satellite image for you of the experimental base, or the experiment site.
Yeah, I think that would do us some mighty good help if you can get on that.
All right, we'll have that data transmitted to your headset recorder.
Thank you. And he's gonna follow it until he sees a rover that has seen better days. It is lodged up on its side and has the door that is up is completely gone. It looks like it's been ripped off the hinges.
Satellite image transmitted. Have you caught visual confirmation on the rover?
Yeah, can you ping my location and get satellite images of where I am right now?
Sure thing.
Take a look at the rover. Not my rover, the other one.
Holy shit.
What on God's moon could tear the door off this thing? What on God's gray moon?
God's gray moon instead of God's green earth. I love that. Rover 1, I don't know what to tell you. That doesn't look like a crash. That doesn't look like a wreck, does it? And there's no rocks around the rover right now, are there?
Yeah, there's no rock. My only quick idea before I go in is oxygen ventilation went bad, and pure oxygen mixed with the electrical wire, leading to a spark and maybe blew the door clean off of it. That's why it would be knocked on the side as well.
A good working theory, but in practice, I don't know that an explosion like that would involve that much damage to the rover. Over.
All right, stay on comms with me while I go check the black box, and he's
Understood.
going to park the rover and next to the broken one and go in. And everything looks fairly normal. The seats are a little banged up. It looks like they were, I mean, like, leather gets worn, so it could just be like worn out leather from a lot of use. Maybe they were using the rover for wreck time and got a little more mileage than they expected, or I don't know. Worn leather kind of looks like scratch marks. It always has. So that's kind of what's going through Kip's mind as he leans down. I got eyes on the black box. I don't remember there being oil in these things. I know it needs oil to run, but I mean like this much oil. The black box is covered in this brownish stick. Looks like an oil spill to me, but I can't be sure. I can't smell it, obviously. Like,
Vic, am I to understand that you have a brown, sticky substance on the outside of the black box?
yeah, it's kind of all over. The black box is right under the passenger seat. It's kind of, it looks like it started from the seat and has worked its way down. So it's going to take me a couple extra minutes to get it out.
That is definitely not... One moment, Rover 1, and line goes dead.
Yes. Kip's going to do his best to keep working at the black box. Screws are a little bit harder to get to with this. It's this dried substance. It flakes off fairly easily, but it's still like he can hear like his gloves getting stuck to it as he pulls it apart, and he eventually gets the black box undone. And is already trashing the idea of bringing the rover with him. He's gonna take a look at the back side of it to see if there's anything that's usable, but it looks like it drove over like sharp gravel or it's some sort of rough path, because it is pretty banged up under there as well. And he's gonna quietly bring the black box back, and we'll throw it over to Abe while we wait for mission control from Kip.
Abe, after finishing up with the electrical and such, is going to look at some of the different things that pop up once electrical is activated and such like that, and see like levels of what everything is. And he'll see that oxygen is about 50% and stuff, but there reports to be a leak and such. And so he's going to be like, all right, so we got electrical going. Next thing should probably be oxygen. So at least whoever's in there, at least those two can be able to, breathe at some point, and they'll not be all stuffed up. All right. I'm gonna make a report out, and it's like, all right, ground control, doing my 30-minute check. Everything seems fine up here.
Thanks for the check-in.
Yeah. I'm heading over to oxygen area and such. Do you get any signal from the facility since I've turned on electrical?
We are getting this standard distress beacons, just like the ship SOS is going off the second electricity turned back on. Kind of weird. If you get a chance to take a look at it, looks like SOS was running before it turned off as well. So I'd go take a look, make sure those systems are up to date.
Okay, I'll be over there after I'm not get done with oxygen. Now, it could just be that the oxygen's off right now. So we'll see if it shuts off right after that.
All right, 1-9, Abe.
All right. And then he's going to pop up on his bike and just...
Oh, eyeless.
Take a big widen. He changed it to Honest Abe. So because they heard it right. Because they heard it wrong.
Yeah, that's the problem with these fucking radios, man.
It's fine.
Eyeless Abe.
As he begins to turn over, he's going to go find what is what he imagines is like large oxygen tanks that have a cycling system through each one of the different domes. And the thing that he sees most interesting is that quite literally 50% of the oxygen tanks that are there have either been like look as though they've been exploded outwards, and there's another 50%, and you can see that there's air leaking through and like a whistle that's going on, but like isn't like it can be seen, but like there's no real sound because it's in space. And then it'd be like, all right, I'll fix that shit real quick, and just and then he'll look at the numbers of the different tanks, which indicate the different biodomes and areas and such, and he'll see, all right, hey, Frostburn, copy?
Yes.
Where are you currently located?
I'll look around. I think I am in the mess hall right now. And
Okay.
oh. 03. Room 3 on your on the official diagram.
Awesome. I've got shot in the oxygen tanks for Biodome 2 and looks like 5 and 6. Is there any way that you can shut off doorways to those areas if there seems to be anything that may interrupt with oxygen coming in there? I can get you breathing.
I will go take a look and try to isolate, of course. I'll get back to you whenever I have that isolated, because I am going to check those areas to the best of my ability first.
All right. And I will be here waiting on you. I'm checking diagnostics of everything else as well.
Roger that.
Oh, one other thing. If you see blinking light, or if you're ever to get into an area where it's showing the SOS signal, please check that out. It seems to have been not playing before the disaster happened.
Copy that.
Thank you.
And
switch it over to you.
Connor will continue. He's already gathered into the empty space between the electric in the top and the oxygen in the bottom of the backpack. He's already gathered 2 hard drives from the first 2 rooms that he was in, and one of the still fresh samples from the lab in the last room he was in. So in the mess hall, he takes a look around, and he sees what looks like a large splatter of blood on the floor. And going across the floor, looks to the wall of the biodome and sees a splatter against the wall. And then he sees a torso with legs and no chest or head. And his heart beats a little bit faster. And he
Frostburn, you okay over in there?
Yeah. One moment. And he kind of goes over. He'll lean down. Like, hand to the outside of the helmet because he can't put his hand through it to his mouth. He'll just like reach down and see like what looks like an ID card. Pull it out. He thinks about contacting Mission Control, but instead we'll just slot the card in for now. check the room for the SOS signal, sees the SOS signal like a couple of steps away from where the body was, or the bottom half of the body is. He'll tap the button. SOS signal cleared. Is there still an SOS transmitting? Over.
Ground control to captain, no SOS transmitting.
Right. Copy that. And then he'll go over to private comm. Abe?
Yes, sir.
Keep an eye out on your side of things. I have the
Always
very,
do.
I have the very sudden and damning feeling that we are perhaps not alone here. I know that sounds crazy, I know. But I cannot think of any other reason that I just discovered a bifurcated body in the mess hall.
Well, did you
Unless...
report this down to ground control?
Not yet. I don't want to cause any alarm where it's undue.
I'll give you... Listen, I'm union. I ain't here to fuck around. Anything like that. I'm trying to get my net paycheck and go. I'll give you till my next call in to be able to report that. All right? That's the best I can do. But if you could, shut off Biodome 2 and 5 and 6, and I'll get oxygen to you. But
sure.
That's it.
Understood.
Sorry, close up Biodome 2, 5 and 6.
He will understand that Biodome 2 is between 1 and 3 where he just walked through, so he will that was the lab. He'll poke his head back into the lab, make sure he didn't fucking miss anything else in it. And then he'll airlock. He'll go over to the walkway between 3 and 6. Oh shit. Well, that would shut off 3 too, wouldn't it? Because on the map it would be like entrance is 0, and then the grid would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 7 is cut off by the rock.
What I'm basically imagining is that you have these different doorways to the different biodomes.
Yeah.
And what he's reporting is that here and here they have leaks and stuff. So he can't safely activate oxygen without there being like a problem.
Right.
And obviously losing vital oxygen to create the like respiratory situation where it will rotate the oxygen and carbon dioxide and make it safe to be able to not be in there.
So that's a problem with the structure of the dome?
So
or
you just have to shut like the doors to the different domes.
Yeah.
So you can be in the hallway and just shut off the doorways.
Yeah.
So it just airlocks them down.
Yeah, if I do that, then when I do that, 2, 5, and 6 create a corner that cuts off 3 as well. So I would either be inside 3 or I would be on the outside.
I'm imagining that there's like a hallway and each dome entrance is a different door. I'm just saying permanently close off those doors.
Oh, sorry.
Not close off hallways.
Sorry, I imagined dome, and then there are individual hallways coming that run between each dome.
No.
Wow. Okay. Let's immediate that right now, and I will literally draw a small picture on the back of this receipt.
What's the receipt for?
Parking at a parking garage for one of my Rhino gigs.
Oh, nice.
So,
Dippu, we know you do porn. Okay.
Wow.
What does that have to do? What?
I have to say it's
So-
Rhino.
So when he saw the diagram of the map, it looked very
Yes.
much more professional than, but similar to
Oh.
this, where each
Okay.
dome is its own separate room. Doink, doink,
Okay.
doink, 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 doink. And there are hallways
Okay.
running in between each dome individually. So,
Mhm.
and the way it was laid out on the map. Nope, not that way. Ooh. Is as such, where the corner he came into was 1, then the next one is 2, the next one's 3, go down again, 4, 5, 6, go down again, 7, 8, 9, which
Yeah, that
means
would
that
completely shut off 3.
in 2, 5, and 6, that would mean that this entire corner is shut off, and he already saw the rock had penetrated this hallway between.
Oh, I was trying to
4 and
indicate that
7.
like. Okay, I thought you had said that it indicate that it was for 2. That's the thing that I'm trying to tell you, is like shut off that room. 'cause there's
Okay,
an
so
obvious
the
leak.
diagram is
So it would have been
this.
7. I didn't know the numbers at
7.
the time. I thought 2
Yeah,
was
my
the.
apologies.
Okay.
I didn't communicate. My apologies. I didn't communicate the proper diagram between the map and the oxygen mapping. So
It would be 7, 5, and 6.
7, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,
So-
2, 3, and 4 are fine. 7, 5, and 6 are not fine.
And you'd have to enter in, like, you could enter into 8 and 9. You just have to go from the outside.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Oh.
All right. Copy that. On my way. All right. So he will undo that lock on 2. So entrance, atrium, lab, and mess hall are still open. He will then proceed through the hallway from 3 to 6 to see what the issue is, because the EVA suit is still on. And there's a giant fuck off hole in the biodome.
Yes.
Like the majority of the biodome itself has been like a huge explosion outwards. Like the glass shards and like material and shit has just been like blown asunder from the inside out into space. I think I understand what your oxygen problem in 6 is.
Mhm.
And he'll look around to see what it was meant to be, and it looks like looks like half kitchen, half infirmary.
Gross.
Gross. Kind of like, so
not
there's
supposed
kind of
to
like
go
a
together.
dividing wall.
Yeah.
There's like a dividing wall in this dome. The entrance kind of splits in twain between kitchen going to the mess hall and infirmary, or how do I put this? It's like a conservatory. It's like a waiting room that sits on the outside of the kitchen, because below it, number 5 would be something that they would be waiting for, but he doesn't know what it is yet.
Yes.
And then he'll see kind of like a just like hanging on by like a loop around like a safety belt or a harness of some kind, hanging off of a loose piece of debris down from the broken part of the roof, another like suit. Okay, we have that's 2 confirmed dead, gone. All right, well, and he'll go ahead and take this time. Mission control, do you copy mission control?
Mission control copy.
He'll take out the ID from before. The ID that he pulled off of the bifurcated person.
What a good word.
It literally means split in half.
Why don't you just say that?
Well, because bifurcated is a better word.
It's a good word. Captain
not for-
Connor, do you copy?
I can confirm 2 fatalities. One Xavier Nichols and one as of yet unidentified because they are hanging from by their harness from a blowout in the roof of Capsule 6.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Hanging from the roof of Capsule 6?
Yes, it would appear that some kind of explosive force repelled the material from the roof of Capsule 6, and one of the suits of one of the base astronauts, he would rub his eyes if he could, but he can't. He's just kind of rubbing the outside of his helmet. Is now hanging from the loose material of the roof. I do not have a way to go up and reach his identification. Hold on. And he'll scan the floor beneath where that guy is for loose articles. And on the floor, he'll find a little card. Leans down. You can also mark a casualty for Jace Conley.
All right. So 2 confirmed casualties from Space Site 1 or Moon Site 1. This it's to be expected. Debris hit. I'm sure you're seeing impact through different domes. Thank you for the update.
He looks around the room and does not see like a rock that laying in the room that would have come from the outside, and he just like, Control, I don't see any debris in here that would have come from the outside.
Well, good thing you're not here to look for debris. Yeah, let's just stick to mission.
Sure.
Appreciate the casualty updates. But you're here for mostly the technological parts that we could get back.
Of course, you're right. Apologies. I'll have another update for you in about 10-15 minutes. And I'll throw it over to Kip.
Kip
I'm
is
Pokemon.
Whereas mission control from your Kip, mission control from your call that was holding for a minute comes back. Can you describe the smell?
No, I'm in a spacesuit.
Hold the sample up to one of your oxygen tubes, one of your oxygen outlets, your carbon dioxide outlets on your suit.
Oof, that like metallic, which is common for space. Like oh, this isn't my voice. It's like a metallic, which is common for space. You know, space is supposed to smell like rust, but this is much more, I don't know, irony. Yeah, it's the more I've been fiddling with the black box, by the way, this, whatever the liquid it's gotten inside of it, it's fried a lot. I can get audio from the rover, and that's about it. I can't get any visual.
Right. All right. Go ahead and just bring that black box back with you. Decrypt the data that you have on it, and continue with your mission.
I can extract it right in the rover. Do you want me to take care of that now, or do you want me to do it for the trip home?
It might be better to have more. You hear mumbling in the background. Might be better to have more information. Do a rapid encryption.
You got it, sir. And he's gonna start pulling cords from the top of the rover, plugging it into the black box, and then as well as plugging it right connected to his suit. And his space dome turns into like a computer monitor that he's able to like type and get everything going. And all of a sudden he hears through his headset just a very exhausted voice. And if somebody wants to hop in with me,
Go ahead.
just audio log. I'm not sure what date. Comms been down. Comms SOS went out 36 hours ago, I think. I fled. I left. I don't know where the others are. I know the rover has enough oxygen for 6 more days. I don't. Fuck, it's fast. Fuck, it's fat. It's fat. Ground ground control. Did you get the transmission as well?
Click.
Captain Frostbite.
Kip. Pick. Checking in. Over.
I am getting frequency malfunction. Can you go to channel 3 where it's a closed network for only the 3 of us?
Yeah, of course. Captain
Click
Connor,
over.
We'll
Captain
look over
Connor,
at my.
clicking in on
No,
channel.
I'll look
3.
over at my computer and just see that you guys clicked over to 3. I'm like, oh fuck, okay. Switch myself over as well. Why are we here?
Something was chasing the rover. I extracted the audio log. And something fast was chasing the rover. There's no fucking door on the thing. I think the black box is covered in blood.
I have a body cut in half in the mess hall and a guy hanging from the ceiling in the kitchen.
Are there 2 parts to the cut body? Or you just have like one?
I did not see the top half.
Okay.
It was just fucking legs.
Fucking crazy. All right.
Did anyone remember to bring a gun with them?
I got a lighter.
Cap, I'll be honest, in all the training I've done, not a single one was firearms.
Let me do a check through the system, Cap, see if I can't find you where one might be near you. Where are you located right now?
I am in making the egress from capsule 6, locking it down, going to go check capsule 5 for data recovery and apparently fucking bodies now.
Well, data's data. That's the thing.
There was no body. There was no body in the rover. And you said that one guy only had half his body?
Yeah.
All right.
The guy hanging from the ceiling was whole, but yeah.
Frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
If you go down the hall, and it looks like to your left, there should be a door that has what is. Oh, it looks like air guns for nails, engineering equipment to be able to fire off certain. That can not work as a defensive nothing. And
Roger.
I'm getting a little fucky with it, but you could put on one of the vests that they have. It's for in case of collision. It also has a little bit. You can hook up your air to it and give you a bit of propulsion, but I wouldn't use it too much. And zero G, I'll give you a little push.
A 0G propulsion vest and a nail gun. a nail gun.
Guys, I don't have anything with me. I got the
Skip,
rover.
Are you still at the? Are you still at the destroyed?
I'm at the
rover?
crash rover. Yes.
You should have a knife in your or a pair of scissors in your boot pocket.
In my boot pocket. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. I got the.
Well, along with that,
Check your left boot.
Yeah. I got it. Thank you.
Check where the glove compartment would be if it's still there. If you got
That's
the black
right, there
box
could
out
be
from
one there.
underneath the passenger seat, then check.
You want me to go back in?
Check the glove compartment in front of the passenger seat. There should be an emergency flare pistol in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
It'll give you one shot, I suppose.
I just can't miss my chance to blow. Even in hard times, I'm trying to find the humor, sir.
Listen, it's okay.
It's a chemical flare, by the way. It's not an actual like powder, so it'll burn even in
space.
Zero oxygen.
Yes.
So just don't touch it. It'll fucking kill you in a second.
I feel like something else is gonna.
Well, I guess if you got nothing else to choose.
We're just gonna.
Abe, are you seeing anything?
I'm double looking these explosive burns off this oxygen tank, and I'm double thinking that it may not be just from release, because I'm not seeing anything that would fuck. Looking around a little bit more, I can see up in one of the domes. It's like, give me a second.
We're just gonna
pull out some binoculars.
Listen, hey, Kip, we're just gonna hurry this mission along a little bit. I'm gonna check whatever I can of the last 5 rooms, and I'm good to just get back into the rover and leave.
I hear you there, sir.
Hey,
I got the flare. I'm gonna drive the rover back to you, Cap.
Please do, and keep an eye.
Where you ending up at, Cap? Where's your last dome gonna be?
My current trajectory, I'm gonna be exiting out of Biodome 9, and I will. If you can bring the cart around, if you can bring the rover around to the exterior airlock of dome number 9, and Abe, do not worry about salvaging this base for future use. Just get a diagnostic check of the log and meet me at
Biodome now.
9.
I'm at 30% right now, so I need about till next check-in.
Copy that.
So
I want to know what happened. I haven't seen the map yet. What dome would have the would be like a log records?
Give me a second. Let me check.
Well, the mechanical.
Well, that's going to be close to the front entrance, so that would be dome number 1.
All right, I'm gonna go try to get
my. I got the hard drive out of dome number 1, but it didn't look like the archive room, the computer, the data engineering room. That would be. I'll check. You know what? Fuck dome 5. I'm going straight to 4 and click, and he will
and then
he'll run. Well, as best as he can run to dome number 4, and he'll bust the door. He'll shut the door to 5, so 5 is isolated, 6 is isolated. He'll do the necessary to isolate 5 and 6. As he's running through number 5, he'll do a quick once over, but he's not fucking grabbing anything from it. he'll except to isolate it. He'll get to number 4 and it'll look like those fucking supercomputer rooms, the rooms with all the like terminals and like tape decks and shit on the walls. And he'll just like run over to the central console and just like, fuck, that's a lot of buttons. And he'll just be like, just like hand on console and a like a ticker tape paper will start like rolling and printing out. And while he's waiting on that, over to
Abe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Abe, while he's doing this, just to help calm him down, is going to take a pocket that he made in his own suit, unzip it, go to take one of the otter pops that are now frozen, put it into it, zip it from the inside, unhook his hand, and then unzip it so that he has an otter pop on the inside, and just tear into it.
I fucking love
Fucking blue raspberry. Fucking favorite. Looks at the time. Look at the time of diagnostics. 50%. Fantastic. What is that thing on top of the dome? And I like go and use my binoculars to look up and see that there is. It seems as though almost like it's like almost a structure is on top of it. Is it like something small, almost organic like?
By the way, we're gonna have
But frozen? Yeah. I see it.
pause.
50 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna take one more quick break, and we'll be back with the exciting conclusion of this.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Oh!
Ta-da!
Oh, nope. Here we go. Hello and welcome back.
Hello.
Uh,
Glad
to,
be back, Jake.
to bring us swiftly back into the action, Abe, you were looking up at the roof.
Well, as Abe is looking up at the roof, he sees like
What seems to be a bit of an organic mess. Pulls down his binoculars, cleans them again, adjusts the thing to where it would be, and looks up. And as it begins to clear out and such, all he sees is on top of the dome just a massive organic mess of what is blood and bodies and just human corpses. And all he goes to do is just go, "Hey guys, Cap, I don't think you're going to find very many bodies in there. And the ones you do, I think you should stay away from. Because there's a pile out here on dome number 3.
Connor is still, like, frantically waiting for the printout. And it like, reaches the end, like, twirls it around in his hand, twirls it up, puts it in the like, kind of slots it into the sack. And radio click, so you hear an acknowledgement, but Connor doesn't say anything. It's just a radio click to acknowledge what you said. And he's gonna continue to run. Fucking run. He's not even looking at 7 because the path is blocked with a rock.
Abe was gonna keep looking at his diagnosis and sees that like 80%. Like, fucking shit, how do I make this thing go faster? When I start looking around, begins to panic a little bit. And as he begins to see it like begin to jump, boop, 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 it's almost to 90, then jumps from 90 to 91, 92, 93, 94, and he's also seeing his heart rate increase and such like that, because he is, even though he's keeping a cool head, he's not experiencing like stress and fear and everything. And then all of a sudden you just like, camera zooms in, and then all of a sudden it just goes,
and the spotlight then transfers. Connor will continue to make his way. He'll run over to 8. Dome 8. And 8 looks like the infirmary, like the actual infirmary. And there looked like a struggle. Tipped over beds, furniture. Then he remembers he's still on channel 3. He clicks back over to channel 1, and frantically there's a voice calling for him on the radio on channel 1.
Frostburn.
This is Frostbite. This is copying. What receiving?
Whatever you do, just get what you need, get out.
I don't understand.
We're not. We just got diagnosis from Abe, and he's not responding in any way, and we've just got that signal of his heart rate completely dropping to 0. It seems as though they're after getting the communication diagnosis of the building, there's something there. There's something there, killing things or killing people. It is unidentified. It is quick. You need to move, get what you need, and go. Over.
And infirmary? What the fuck is he gonna get from here? He moves on to room 9. No, he knows what he's gonna. He slides in place again, goes to number 8. and grabs patient log, vitals, life reports, whatever, insurance receipts,
Whoa, the scariest.
stuff, like into pack, and he'll just like turn heel again, but he'll put a hand on the door between 8 and 9, and just hear like this just land on the outside shell. Now the infirmary is a closed dome. There's no glass on this infirmary, but it was lit by the electrics. Those electrics like and to die again. Chest torch. Looking around the room, turns it off again. And he'll hear just on the outside shell. Whoa. Dadley, you okay?
I have a popcorn kernel stuck like right in the back of my throat.
I'm sorry.
It's so fucking annoying.
I got you. My apologies. Any
It
like
just scared the shit out of me. He's gone.
yeah, he's just like he's gone too.
Off-camera deaths are the worst.
Oh my god. And he'll just like not sure what to do at this juncture. He'll just radio in to he'll swap back to channel 3. Kip the alien is at the base right now. Abort rendezvous. Abort rendezvous. Make your way back to the ship if you can.
I got bad news, Cap. There's more than one of them. As
And then the spotlight will shift over to Dadley to Kip.
Yep. Kip is driving towards the ship and he sees a black mass. I don't feel like describing it. It's scarier if you don't. Something climbing up a side of the dome as he kind of like really tries to stop and figure out what his next move is of Kip, what quadrant would you be in?
Kip? You're talking to yourself?
Oh, Kip, I'm Kip. Kip, what quadrant am I in? Cap, what quadrant are you in?
I believe I'm in dome number 8, which is the
Are you
middle of the 3 on the far left side. Coming from where you're
The
coming
middle.
from, it'll be the middle dome. Do
so
not
can you
attempt
get to an
engage.
exterior wall?
From here, I have the exit on the side, but I feel like death waits for me on the other side of that door.
Okay.
I can try to sprint over to number 9 as fast as I can, but I don't know how well that's going to go for me either.
Hang tight. I'm going to try to get some more information. And Kip is going to turn back to channel 1 and start driving like a bat out of hell circles around the base, blaring the horn. I'd assume it has a horn. Why not? Blaring, for all the space
because
traffic.
it makes sound in space, right?
Well, I mean, on the moon, there is a little tiny bit of an atmosphere.
There
Like,
is.
There are lunar winds, so there's a tiny bit of an atmosphere, right?
Yes.
Or is there no
Yes, there
atmosphere
is,
on
yeah.
the moon?
But
No,
it's
there's
called
full now.
mooning because it's got that
Yes.
atmosphere.
But anyway,
God
just
damn.
kicking up all the dirt and whatnot. And mission control, this is Kip.
Go ahead, Kip.
You sons of bitches knew. That's why you fucking hung up on me.
I'm sorry?
You knew what's going on up here. As he's donuts
Is he just waiting for a
making
response?
as much noise. Kinda, maybe, a little bit. And he's just driving in circles. I gotta keep calling. You can hang up on me again if you want. And
That information
thud.
is...
One of them hit the roof of the Humvee. Switches over to 3. Cap, I got one of them distracted. Does the one on the outside of yours sound like it's gone?
And he listens. And then he hears the... like a run and a leap off of the dome. It's a confirmation. I'm running.
Like a bat out of hell. Kip will switch back over to mission control.
The information that you are broaching is classified, son.
You're just gonna make sure I don't die alone. Those motherfuckers have teeth. And then Kip is going to shoot the flare up into the one on the roof. And incinerating himself in the process with the oxygen and the chemical. And hopefully taking one out. As that's the last thing mission control hears.
The rover like swerves, and it like swerves again, just like the tire tracks from before.
Yep.
And just off in the
door's blown off and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Connor bursts through the exterior door of pod number 9, hitting the SOS alarm on the exterior door on the way out, and just transmitting the signal again. But that not like an audible signal, just like back at home base, it's an audible signal. And he looks over to where Kip should be driving back to the ship and sees swerve, fire. Fucking balls. And he will just like step off the metal, and it'll swap back to low gravity again. As he kind of like takes these running leaps along the surface of the moon in an attempt to get back to the ship as fast as he can without a mode of transport.
What about the motorcycle?
I was about to say, and then he remembers Abe and his moon bike, and he'll like quickly like ankle slide in the dirt on the lunar dust, and make his way over to Abe as fast as he can, and finds him. How does Connor find Abe's body?
Abe's body
became physics.
Yeah,
It's gone.
there is splattering of blood, and you can
Yeah.
see what is a hand off to the side that they didn't grab, and you see the bike that is parked off to the side of one of the air tanks that have been exploded.
I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say that the hand that they didn't get had an otter pop in it. I would have been so sad.
No, they took the otter pops with them.
No!
Fucking asshole. No, the otter pops are still on the bike.
Oh my God! And he'll grab the bike. Never done this before.
Wait, I'm gonna throw a wrench in that thing. It doesn't start because you don't have net union clearance.
Oh.
but there is a hand.
It like says union clearance denied. Just like, what? Fuck! And he like grabs the hand, shoves it onto the holding handlebar, and thumb to button.
Access granted.
Along the lunar surface. As the fucking, just like, he feels the presence of this alien. It just felt like off in the distance. He like dares not look back and takes a peek and sees just this writhing giant black form with an elongated head and sharp teeth. No, with this writhing black form, just fucking like crawling away from the exploded rover, and like its head turns. Connor's like, holy fucking shit, and along the lunar surface, gets back to the ship in record time. The bike just like, he like hops off the bike, but the bike continues into the loading bay, and it just like into the loading bay. He like chucks all of the spare material that was kind of hanging on the bike in pack. Resources pack separates from oxygen and electrical pack. He chucks that into the bay as well.
My otter pops.
Yeah, my otter pops. Just shuts the door. Thank you. Just finished closing the dryer. Anyway,
Nice.
shuts the cargo door, turns around again and sees the fucking thing just fucking cheetah sprinting along the lunar sand. Jesus. Fucking
500 pounds per second.
grabs the nail gun out from behind his back. And like hand squeeze on like a nail gun. Hand squeeze. Nail just like flying along. Like
Also, like, shoots you back as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get sent into the cargo bay door for a second, and then I'll just like slide along the door, reaching for the exterior lock, swapping back to channel 1, and like just hits transmit all as mission control and everybody on Earth is just like, or everybody in home base on Earth rather, just hears like ping, 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 ping of the nail gun going off. Exterior airlock. Fuck, as he like backs up and like ping, 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 hand grip, just like momentuming himself up into the airlock, grabs onto the handle and shuts the airlock door as a massive like thud against the really solid steel of the door indents the door. Repressurizing chamber. The suit shrinks on his body as he like reaches his hand back around, unzips, and like tries to like fucking helmet off, shatters on the floor. Hand radio, which is how the communication continues from this point. This ship will not become my grave. And he just like disconnects the radio from his jacket and tosses it on the floor as like more pounding on the outside airlock door. Inside, open, close, and he just like sprints up to the cockpit and like as all of the fuel is dumped into the engines. And a tear just streams down his cheek as he takes a hold of the control yoke. And he looks like back down to like, he tries to look back down like out the small window in front of him and just is met face to face with this form on the outside of the ship. It's just like
He just begins to tear into the glass.
like, not what I had planned for a Monday morning. As he like control yokes the nitrogen to just try to like literally just barrel roll the ship in place. You know what I mean? Like, it's still going up, but the ship itself is just like rotating in place in the zero gravity above the atmosphere of the moon.
You're getting like a bunch of fucking warnings and shit like that.
As like the form of the monster, I'm just trying to whip the form of the monster off of the body of the ship. As it just like holds this death spiral, literally. Like a crocodile death spiral, almost.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll hear like this long scrape as the grip is lost, as the body of the thing goes flying off into the vacuum of space. And as he sees just outside of the glass of the window, in front of him, just this tumbling black form writhing in place. Not like, you know, it's not running out of oxygen because it's been able to survive on the moon, but it's just going, forever floating off into the vastness of the great expanse of space. And the glass on the window just... And he, like... reach down for like a roll of speed tape, looks down to where it's supposed to be hanging, sees a little yellow post-it note. Borrowed this for coolant leak. Signed, Abe Hart. He just looks down. It's just like, fuck. As the glass just kind of like... And camera just like zooms out to the outside of the ship.
Mhm.
And in
You
the
come down to what is a little kid in Kansas looking up at the top of the hill and sees a star shoot by. People see as just what is essentially just a piece of something burning into the atmosphere and being gone. And you hear a little kid say, "Look, Mom, a shooting star."
I wish aliens were real.
as the panel just like bursts in and the ship just goes like engine careen course for Earth's orbit as best as he can navigate it before the inevitable. And then just the little shatter, and then the scene that they just described plays out. And
That was our silly little game.
Yeah.
and so it was that on the 20th of August 1976, a harmful truth was learned and then lost again by the intrepid crew of the space-worthy sailing ship Cryogenesis. And along with the toll taken from daring grander than ever dared, so too was the toll of Captain Connor Moses, Communications Officer Kip Stout, and United Space Engineer United Space Engineer Union. What was it? United Space Engineer, or
It's
Space?
United Space Engineers.
Yeah, United Space Engineer.
Or no,
Abe.
Union Space Engineers.
Union Space Engineer Abe.
No last name.
No last name. And Union Space Engineer Abe.
His 12 dogs will never know. They'll never know. They'll just think that he never came back.
Connor's wife and kids are without a father now,
And
and a husband.
hopefully you had life insurance.
Kip's mom's a little confused. It's been a while since she heard from him.
Shit, man.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And
All right.
that was fun.
The specifics.
That was fun.
The specifics of the operation were purged from the records 2
Yes.
weeks later, and so life went on. And that, my friends, is Apollo 47 Technical Handbook with a
Really?
horrifying twist for the month of Halloween, for the month of
Was it
Dapperween.
supposed to end like that?
Not always.
No, they're normally really silly.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
they're this was meant to be a horror themed one shot for Dapperween,
Yay.
and it only brought out the horror of the human condition, and well, that and space aliens, you know,
yeah. They
they're
didn't do
real.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
They're just working on instinct. The aliens did nothing wrong. They were just looking for food, and
Oh my
we are the
God.
food.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're just animals.
Yeah. Are
I'm
they?
not mad at a bear for eating a camper. They're in his house.
Yeah.
Wow. And on that note, We say goodbye and
I don't got
thank
any
you.
life advice.
Oh yeah, we got
Don't-
life advice.
Um, don't
Don't go to space.
to space. Don't go to space.
I think that's just universal life advice for today.
Don't make your spaceship look like a penis, because that's all you're gonna ever be known for. Is this penis dick?
Yep.
Or this penis rocket.
And so our media pick
our
of the
life
week.
advice is just for Elon Musk today.
Huh?
Hey, I thought that the Starship launch and the booster recovery that they did was really cool.
No, that was actually really fucking cool. No, that was really cool.
But yeah, don't go to space.
Wait, media picks. I said it on break for Halloween. I'm rewatching the Final Destination movies. So far, I'm up to the first 3. Quick rundown. The first one, absolutely worth watching. The second one, worth watching if you really enjoyed the first one. The third one doesn't. It's good. I want to stress it's a good movie, but it totally like feels like it was written to be something else. And then they're like, smack the name Final Destination on it. It'll sell more tickets. Like, it feels like it was a script written for something else.
Right.
So that's what I got so far. I recommend Final Destination, but bigger. Just pick a horror movie franchise and watch it this Halloween. It's fun to be like, no, we're binging this scary shit.
My media pick of the week is the movie The Wild Robot, because I went and saw it by myself, and then I went and saw it with my mom yesterday because she's visiting for the weekend. Or not yesterday, day before yesterday, sorry. And she liked it too. So I'm recommending it because it's a lot less scary than this adventure was.
On that note, really quick, I went and took my kids to the new My Hero Academia movie in theaters today. Good fucking movie. Really good.
Good.
There you go.
It'll be on Crunchyroll here in a little bit, so.
And
major spoilers if you're not caught up.
And Donald?
I don't know. Freaking do the work now so you don't have to do it later, or you don't have to. No.
There you go.
Oh no! Wait. Oh wait. We're not life advice. It's fucking media pick. My brain's dead. I've been watching Yellowstone. It's fantastic. I'm on season 3 already. Been binging that shit. So great. Also, anime I've been watching is what is it? The Elusive Samurai. Fantastic. And then I'm caught up on the dub for My Hero. Fucking.
Oh, nice.
I want to just watch more, but my dyslexia is just like, nah, you're not allowed to watch sub, you bitch. So, yeah, life sucks. But yeah, learn how to speak Japanese. Life advice. So
There
you
you
can watch
go.
your favorite shows.
That's now 3 pieces of life advice from Dono.
Yeah, I'm fucking rolling at them today.
So with that, let's get out of here. As always, I've been Captain Connor Moses.
I have been I already forgot my name.
Kip.
I was gonna say Yip. I'm not Yip. I'm Kip.
Death brings us to forgetfulness so fast.
I'm Kip. I'm Kip, or sometimes I'm Cadet Dadley Jenkins.
And I'm Abe, aka Donna DM, and tell my 12 dogs I love them.
And until next time, your adventure matters.
Stay dapper.
And roll some initiative. Bye-bye!
And happy Dapperween! Bye-bye!
Dapperween!